My first proper video game review on here, and of course it is of a remaster. Because of course fate would have it that way. But I thought this would be a good one to ease in with, so now that I've beaten it 100%, it is time for a review of the Nintendo game Kirby and the Forgotten Land Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Star-Crossed World. Just add EX plus Alpha and Knuckles featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series to that long-ass title, and you're golden. Kirby and the Forgotten Land in its original form on the Switch 1 is a big favorite of mine. It was one of my favorite games of 2022, and I would honestly say it's my favorite game in the Kirby series. It's a lot of fun, so when I heard that a new version of the game was coming out on the Switch 2, of course I was naturally excited. And after playing through it again, I mean, what happens when you take a really good cake and put really good frosting on it? The cake gets better. As far as the base game goes, I mean, it's the same great game that you remember, except now it plays at 60 frames per second, which is fantastic, and it runs incredibly well. I played most of the game in portable mode, and I didn't notice really any kind of dips or performance issues. It runs really well, and obviously the game's already beautiful as it is, so when you have it on a much better system like the Switch 2, it just brings out the color even more. And as far as the Star-Crossed World section of the game, it was great too. It's essentially like a new story campaign, but you can access it within the main story, so it kind of runs in tandem with it. And the campaign itself, I think, is really fun. I like a lot of the twists that they took on pre-established levels in the game, and I think that these new versions of the levels are still plenty dense, plenty fun to explore, a lot to collect, and I was really motivated to collect everything because the levels themselves were that great. And the new mouthful modes are great too. I got a real kick out of Spring Mouth, but also the Sign Mouth sections were especially fun, super fast paced, and really kept me on my feet. It's a great game made even better, and obviously if you already own the Switch 1 version, upgrading to this new one is a no-brainer, but if you haven't played Kirby and the Forgotten Land before, this is an amazing way to experience it for the first time, and I highly recommend using this version to do so. Unlike when I review albums or films, I am going to give a conventional 0 to 10 rating scale for video games. It's just a personal preference. So, out of 10, Kirby and the Forgotten Land Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Star-Crossed World. I mean, I rated the original version to 10 out of 10, so what happens when you take a 10 out of 10 game and you just make it better? That happens. Kirby's Finest Adventure is better than ever, and I can't wait to see what other Kirby goodness we get on the Switch 2. I know we're getting Kirby Air Riders later this year, and I can't wait for that, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what Kirby's next mainline game is going to look like on the Switch 2, hopefully sooner rather than later. But I'm glad we got this one as a holdover until then. I definitely recommend checking it out.